Ford High School Weekly is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. And by Billy Sims Barbecue. It's not just barbecue, it's Boomer Q.
Welcome to Ford High School Weekly. I'm your host, Deanna Mate. On this week's episode, we're talking to Dietrich Moore, the linebacker from the Broken Arrow Tigers. Dietrich, how's it going?
It's going good, man. How's it going?
Not too bad. So the season's underway. Things are going well over there at Broken Arrow. I'm guessing, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Before we get into some hard-hitting football questions, let's go ahead and get to know you as an individual. You cool with that?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, I bet. So first and foremost, everybody always wants to know, what do these kids kind of do outside of football to kind of have fun and be kids? We see you all out there on the football field. You all look grown, like you play like men. But what do you do for fun?
I would say the main thing I do is probably watch movies or TV in general. Just hanging out. I love to hang out, just chill. I'm a real chill person.
Bro, I'm the same way, bro. I'm a big movie fan. I love watching TVs. That's how I kind of relax and take the stress off at the end of the day. So that leads to my next question. What's your favorite TV show?
Probably right now, Cobra Kai. I don't know.
Really, on Netflix?
Yeah.
What do you like about that?
I don't know. I'll probably say the fighting. They fight a lot.
So you're into the combat sports kind of element of the show.
Yeah, the combat, kind of funny, all that stuff.
All right. A question that people have been kind of curious lately is all these individuals, they wear certain jersey numbers, but we know how sports is. Sometimes those numbers that we wear on Friday nights, they get pushed upon us or they get given to us. Yeah. But for you as an individual, what's your favorite number?
My favorite number is 7. It's the same number I still wear. I used to wear it from as long as I can remember. I ended up changing it, I think 8th grade to 1, but then I went back to 7 because that's always what I wanted. I've always imagined myself on the football field at 7.
So why the change back? It didn't feel right? Did you have a bad season? You know how we are. We're kind of superstitious. Did it not have a good season? You just like, no, let me get back to the lucky 7.
I think I just really, like, ever since a kid, I imagined myself with 7 on the field. So I just it's not that I didn't like it, but I just really wanted 7. So it's just the number that I came with,
I feel you. So speaking of the field, let's talk about off the field. What is your favorite subject in school?
Favorite subject right now, I just got in. This is my first year taking it, but forensic science is pretty cool.
Man, you're like the second person on this show that said forensic science. What's up with that class? What's up?
I don't know. We watch there's this thing called Forensic Files, and it's like they get in like deep into the details of the crimes and everything, and it's real interesting. It's a real interesting class.
So is it more because it's really hands-on and or like what is it about the class that really like has grabbed you?
I don't know. Probably, I mean, like I said, with movies, I like more like action. So with this class, it's really like, I would say, like, goes into the details of everything that's going on in the situation. And, it just really grabs my attention.
Well, speaking of going into the details and grabbing your attention, when we come back, we're going to talk with my man Dietrich about so much about athletics, football, and what's going on over there at Broken Arrow. We'll be right back here on Ford High School Weekly. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. We're talking with the linebacker for the Broken Arrow Tigers. They know him as D. Moore. D. Moore, how's it going?
Doing good, man.
All right, so we're going to go ahead. We talked about you as an individual. Let's go ahead and get into athletics and how you got started. So first and foremost, how did you get started playing sports? Like, what's your earliest memories thinking back?
My earliest memory, I remember I was outside with my brothers, my sister, and we would just run around my grandma's front yard, and the dogs would chase us and everything. We would have the ball, just running away from the dogs, just seeing how long we could go. I don't know what would have happened if, but yeah, we were just out there trying to be athletic, see what would happen.
So was playing with the football the first thing that you remember, or was it another sport?
Yeah, I think football was my first memory in sports.
So what's the first organized sports that you actually played?
Um, when I was 3, I started, I think, t-ball for baseball.
Really?
Yeah, and I played every year since then except for this year, which is my senior year. Yeah.
So tell me about this love of baseball.
It was cool. I had a great time playing baseball. I think I loved the atmosphere with my like the people I was around, like the team and the coaches. And I think I fell in love with that. And then, my family, my mother and my brother and sister, they all played. So, they were always there. And yeah, I think yeah.
So as far as playing on the diamond and playing on the football field, what's the difference for those who kind of, for in your words, what are the difference?
Um, One thing I know about baseball is definitely really mentally taxing, and you really have to be a really strong-minded person. You gotta be ready to move on from what happened the last play, or just like football. But I think uh, I think baseball might be a little bit more challenging.
All right, so it's interesting. I wasn't familiar with you as a baseball player. So let me ask you this: what do you take from the baseball diamond onto the football field that kind of helps your game?
I would say the leadership and the way I fly around. I was an outfielder, and I was always flying around, making great plays, diving plays, and everything. You gotta be a leader because on and off the field, people are looking at you, especially being one of the known players on the team. So leadership and flying around is definitely probably one of the things I would say.
I'm sure those baseball coaches are still asking you every day if you want to come back on the team, aren't they?
Yeah, man. They asked me. It hasn't really happened too much recently, but they used to ask all the time. But the reason I stopped playing was because of my knee injury, which was my ACL, and it was during football season, so I had to get the surgery, and it was just gonna take way too long to recover. So I would have missed the whole season anyways. So I just stayed over here at football and got to grinding.
All right, let's go ahead and dive into that. I mean, you suffered a pretty rough knee injury late in the football season, didn't get to participate in the playoff. So how was that time in your life?
Yeah, it was pretty tough, but I had my family, coaches, friends, anybody who really cared about me was reaching out, and it was just amazing because I wouldn't even have to leave the house. I would have people would show up and just show their love and support, and it was pretty great. But on the football side, I would come out here to the football games and everything, and I'll be just like I would if I was on the sidelines, not hurt. I was cheering them on, keeping them up, trying to be the leader, and then the whole team just took care of me, and they all knew that I wanted to be out there. So yeah.
So was that a way for you to kind of boost your own morale and also the teams as far as going out there, being a part and doing what you could while you were out there?
Yeah, Coach Blank preaches it all the time. When adversity hits, you gotta strike back. So I could have just sat there and let it happen and just rolled over, but you gotta attack it.
And I feel you. I feel you. All right, let me read you this quote because I read a couple of articles on you and I saw something that you tweeted on Twitter. Finally been released 9 months. Never felt more confident. When I heard those words, man, when you finally got released after 9 months of rehab and you got cleared, to the last statement, never felt more confident. Why
Yeah,
the word confident?
I think it was just all the practice and what we've been going through during rehab and everything. I felt like I've just been training, and I feel like I'm ready just to take on anything. I don't know. My confidence is just really up there. Like I feel like I'm the baddest one out here.
Hey man, you pretty much prove it on tape. Speaking of being the baddest one out there, bro. What game did you have, or what play did you perform in where you said, man, I'm pretty good and I can play at the next level, or I can be one of the best in the state?
I would probably say freshman year, they finally put me in at linebacker, and it was probably like right before playoffs, deep into the season. Finally got to go play, and I got this big hit on one of the linemen, and he was like 360 pounds, and I was probably like 190, but I was a freshman, so I was pretty big, I guess. But I just ran in there and I hit him as hard as I could, and he flew back, made the play, and the next day in the film room, coach pointed it out, and I felt pretty great after that.
Man, freshman year coming in and making a big play on varsity, that would give you a lot of confidence, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for real.
All right, so with that being said, let me ask you this: what is a bigger play in your mind? Like, what feels the best? Making a big hit and maybe like causing a fumble and recovering it for a touchdown, or a pick six going the other way?
Ooh, I would say probably a pick six going the other way, just because when that happens, it feels like everybody's looking at you. You got the stage at that point, so you gotta just take off with it, and everybody comes and celebrates with you after you get that. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. That pick six, high stepping down the sideline, ain't nothing like it.
Just hear the fans scream, and it's amazing.
When we come back, we'll talk to Dietrich Moore about how college recruiting is going and his goals for this season, here on Ford High School Weekly. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. We're talking with the hard-hitting linebacker over there at Broken Arrow Tigers, my man Dietrich Moore. Dietrich, now season is underway, but I know the recruiting never stops, especially in this stage of high school football. Yeah. So how's the recruiting process going for you?
It's been going pretty smooth. It started off pretty good, and it's been about the same. I've been going to a couple games. I got a couple Houston invites. I'm trying to go out to see OSU play, OU. I got the New Mexico offer. I might go out there and see how they're doing. I like to reach out to all the teams that I'm really talking to.
So I know you played as a freshman, so I know the recruiting process started kind of super early for you, probably sophomore and junior year. But after the injury, did things kind of slow down at all, or is there any concern from the coaches that you've been talking to?
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't say it slowed down from the injury, but I could say that the responses from coaches did slow down. Like there's coaches that have told me they just want to see me play. They wanted to see me play again, or they want to see me go back out there and make sure that I'm still a dog. Not that like that exact saying, but
No, I understand. Trust me. Like, they want to make sure that you still get after it the same way that you did in the past. And from your experience and from what you can see, is it still the same?
I've been progressing every game. It did start out a little rough, but that's expected. It's just a part of adversity. You got to keep going, keep pushing, and I'm just expecting to keep grinding, keep getting better every week.
Hey man, that's all anybody can ask. That's all anybody can ask. So with that being said, what are you looking for in a school?
I would say the atmosphere has got to be crazy. I got to just fall in love with it. The coaches got to be on my side. There's a lot of coaches out there that'll play the part. But you gotta really have a love with it, and you gotta find out. You gotta really see what their real intentions are. Just to really see like how well you'll actually like it there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I feel you. I feel you on that. You definitely have to make sure you watch it, because everybody's going to seem like they want you and they love you and you're the best thing since sliced bread. But you can tell who's really about the game and you as an individual. Sure. So I understand completely. With that being said, and the recruiting news out of the way, I'm sure that stuff will take care of itself as long as you continue to put up strong performances like you have been. But with the season, kind of in the midpoint, district play is about to start for Broken Arrow. How has the season been thus far?
It's been all right. You know, we got a young team, but everything's falling into place. Practices have been great. And like I said, with myself, the whole team's just progressing every week. Just like the last season, we're starting off, and then we got to get the big games out of the way first, and go into divisional games with a straight head, and you just gotta lock in, and we'll keep progressing throughout the season.
All right, so speaking of Coach Blankenship, I know he's a great guy, and he's been taking care of you guys over there. But how is it with him being his second year? How is it playing for Coach Blankenship?
It's I think it's a pretty big deal. It's nice over here. I think everybody likes it. I would say it's kind of ran like a college. He came from a college, so that kind of makes sense how it would be. But he's always got one thing on his mind, and it's just to be great. He's probably one of the best leaders I know, just as a man, and as a person, he's a great person as well.
Yeah, man, everybody's been saying good things about him and him entering the program, so I hope it continues. But speaking of the program, you guys, I know that you have big goals for the season and how you want it to end. For you, first and foremost, though, individually, what are some of the goals that you've set for yourself this season?
One of my goals, I need to fly around, no matter what the circumstance is, no matter if I'm tired or what. And then the only thing that you look at the scoreboard, Coach Blank said this, the only thing you look at the scoreboard that matters is the time. So no matter what happens, you just no matter what the score is up there, if you got 2 minutes up there, you keep fighting for that rest of that 2 minutes.
So I understand that it's all about the team and everything, but as far as statistical individual goals, you got any for the year?
I do want to get up to 100 tackles because I haven't done that, but somebody did say that on Twitter the other day, and I don't want to make them look like they don't know what they're talking about. So,
All right, man. We over here at YurView, we like to keep track of those goals. So at the end of the year, we're going to come talk to you about it. All right, 100 tackles.
I'm gonna work on it, man.
All right. So team goals. Now, what's the team aiming for this year, and what would be a successful season for the Tigers?
Successful season, I would say getting that gold ball, but going on, every day we come here, it's 1-0, so we get in, get our work done, get out, and yeah,
go ball and be 1-0 at the end of the day. Hey, man, you can't beat that. Well, Dietrich, man, I appreciate you so much for joining us here today. Good luck with the rest of the season, and hopefully we see you at that state championship hoisting that gold ball.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
When we come back, we'll see highlights from Tuttle versus Bethany and Holland Hall at Castor Hall here on Ford High School Weekly. Welcome back to Ford High School Weekly. Last Thursday, Tuttle and Bethany put on a show highlighted by two spectacular touchdowns from Brady McAdoo. The first was an 80-yard run to start off the game.
He is going to go the distance, no flags, 80 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
The second was a 49-yard catch and run.
As a receiver open, he makes the catch and into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Bethany fought back with 3 touchdowns from Jaden Gilliland, but Tuttle just had enough and edged Bethany 40-34. In Tulsa, Holland Hall and Castor Hall renewed their longtime rivalry in district play.
Castor Hall took the opening kickoff, went 3 and out, and then here comes Holland Hall. They put some points on the board on their first drive.
Got Parker Jenny with the catch right there, and then our man Underwood done a tremendous job punching in, and Clark coming right back, an impressive drive, able to get that done. And now right here, Holland Hall, a little special team action. Man, Tom Mabry able to come away with it right there and got great field position. Now you're marching on, and look who comes. Mr. Green Gloves right there. Cooper Lai able to come away with that interception to stop that drive right there. He was all over the field on both sides of the football. Now coming right back. He's going to go to the big fella. You know who that is, Aiden Hicks. Watch him fight, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and jumps into the end zone, able to get that down. Little quick slant. Thompson, he's back. He's a big play threat guy, able to get that touchdown. They need a 2-point conversion. They know who to go to. Mr. Jenny right here. Watch him go up. Great balance, able to come away with it. Hand-eye coordination. Another outstanding player. And they come right back. And how about this guy, Cooper Lai? Watch the blocking up front. Watch the cut. Now watch him run away from people right here. Pick him up and put him down. Run through the tape right there. Cooper Lai getting it done. Then how about this play right here? Coming up, trying to get it 4th down. Boom! Look at the hit. We still couldn't see who that young man was, but a big-time play. And now they're trying to march. And our man, the workman of the game, Big Ethan Clark, comes away with the interception to seal the win in this Hall Brawl. Zig,
all right.
Great game as we look at the stats right there. Casha gets it 21-14. Look at the rushing yards, 296 to 133. The Dutch, they win the passing war, 92-40. First down, 17-14. Turnovers, the Dutch had 3. 2 interceptions for Cooper Lau. Casha Hall with 1. Penalty 6 of 65 of 51, but an all-around outstanding game. I think one we'll remember, Zig, but Casha Hall, Joe Medina, Cooper Lai and crew gets it done 21-14.
Lai keeps it this time on the RPO. He breaks tackles. He may go the distance. 55-yard touchdown run for Cooper Lai.
And run through the tape, young man. Cooper Lai, he went Karate Kid on him right there.
Be sure to go to YurView.com/OK for highlights and replays of the Ford Game of the Week. And check out our podcast and past episodes at YurView.com/OK. Stay tuned for the Ford Game of the Week. Stillwater and Booker T. Washington are up next on YurView Channel 3. And remember, only the best in Oklahoma, like Broken Arrow's Dietrich Moore, make the Ford High School Weekly. So until next time, thank you for watching, and I'm Dion Amade.
Ford High School Weekly has been brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. And by Billy Sims Barbecue. It's not just barbecue, it's Boomer Q.